All right, let's see. All right, I'm live, y'all. What's up? This is well, you know who I am. The reluctant Nobby back again. All right, let me see if I'm on here good. If I'm on here good. I think I'm on here good. Yes, yeah. So we have success. Okay, so we have success. All right. So I'm gonna go in here, go to my editor. Bam! Boy, I told y'all. Little bit of learning, a little bit of a learning curve, and I'm picking this up. All right, so I'm live, continuing with a theme. All right, continuing with the theme that I pretty much started on Facebook. All right, now, right now, I don't know how well this stream is going. All right, I don't know how well this stream is going. So we're going to have a lot of things that we're going to put up during this stream. Okay, so right now I'm gonna change the bit rate. Oh, the bit rate is low, so I can't do anything with it, right? So basically, what I want to say what's up to everybody. And before I get started, good, let me make sure that enough of the people got the message, right? Because that's another problem that we have. It seems like I have three people watching, but I can't see two people watching. All right, and what they should be seeing in a buff. Hold on, let me see something. Well, you know who I am. The reluctant Nabi. All right, let's see. Okay. All right, so we good. We good. Okay, so I can kind of see what's going on here. All right. So to all of you that showed up early, thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. So as we get into this, I thought I would have a little, I thought I would get this quicker than I did. All right, but I didn't. And so the health is good, primary stream. All right. So yeah. We're on. We all right, y'all. We're smoking now. We're smoking. All right, we ain't literally smoking, but hey, what's up, DK family? Buenas noches. Noches. Buenas noches. Um, so basically, as we come into this live stream, um, I would like to thank y'all for popping in. All right, hold on. Let me grab another tool. All right, getting everything I need. for this little setup. All right, so as we get in here, we're going to be breaking some things down. All right. I don't know. Hold on, I did the wrong thing. I wanted that. All right. I'm trying to see what you all are going to see. All right, so let's get at that real quick. Nothing there. TMZ. Me again. Okay, my photos. All right, so here we are. All right, here we are. Yeah. Um, we're talking about these tent nails. All right, we are talking about these tent nails. We are talking about some things that have been going on. All right, we are talking about the danger we face as Afro men. All right, and if y'all have any comments, all right, the number to call in on, we're going to see how well this works with the thing. It's going to be 830-765-8599 as we go live. All right. And so, for those that are paying attention, all right, for those that are paying attention, um, that's going to be a call in. We're going to see how well this works. It should work a lot better now, but you really never really know until you just start doing it. All right. So, to everybody that's joining, what's up? Let me see something. I'm trying. This is kind of an issue specifically for us. All right, and so I'm not really trying to include my brothers from Brazil in on this one. Now they could pop in, but I want to have a discussion with the brothers here. All right, because we have a serious situation here where we have a group that feel that it is not important, um, it is not important to have communications between themselves and man, and it is not important to respect a man. And worse yet, this lack of respect and dignity that's supposed to be given to good men is passed down from mother to child, and in that order, from mother to child. Oh, now, real quick, let me greet the people that are here right now. What's up, DK Phantom? Michael Duncan. What's up, David Brown? All right, and the other of the 8 that are watching. Don't forget the thumbs up, and don't forget. If you can share right now, share the content. All right. All right. I went to get a package that I received in the mail yesterday. All right. This is something I ordered way back in January. And I wanted to mention this during the live because it's significant. Is this box right here? All right. I want y'all to see this little divot on it, right? Y'all see this? This is the Big Baller brand shoes. All right. I'm going to do an in depth video about these shoes tomorrow. But I want to point out part of what's going to be in that video. How the media trained everybody to despise Mr. LeVar Ball. And I thought it was just pathetic until I realized what was really going on. All right. All right. I wanted to understand, and I wanted us to understand what was really going on. All right. And why we are taught to be so disrespectful of any man trying to achieve anything. All right. And so I want to show y'all some stuff. Hold on for a second. See if I could. I don't really know how to clear this thing yet. So, paste reference. Ah, there it is. All right. So what do I do? Just place this over this. All right. So there we go. Bring this in a little bit. And then bring this down. All right. So hopefully y'all can see that. All right. So let me go to this thing. This is the bar ball's net worth. All right. It's 4 million. All right. Is 4 million. It would have been bigger than that. All right. But the reason why it isn't is that his mistake, well, he didn't make any mistakes, but the condition of the so called black community is this. Let me go back one. All right. Hold on. Okay, so they won't let me do it, huh? So let's pop into Google. All right, so basically, his wife has been going through some heavy, deep physical issues. All right, and so he and his family has tried to, what's up, $3 assassin? Tried to navigate these issues. All right, he and his family have tried to navigate these issues. The problem with LeVar Ball's business is his wife. Okay, the problem is his wife. That his wife is ill. That's what's wrong with his business. Cause his wife is trusted. She handles the business. She handles the business, man. All right. So what happens is this dude got a good tent nail, a tent nail that held up the business, right? And basically, what happened to him is that the tent nail, all right, got sick. If he had more than one wife, the family would have survived it because the second wife could have. Oh, am I talking about some stuff right now? The second wife could have picked up the slack that she was dealing with. But no, he didn't have a second wife. So he had to hire somebody on the outside. The person on the outside saw the money making potential of the family as a whole and decided to extort money or rob money or embezzle money. Let's do what the Bible call it, steal money from the family. All right. One of the problems I had is any B film or bad tent pole or bad tent nail that I speak to, or black tent nail that I speak to, any that I speak to, they come to take, to steal, kill, and destroy. Ain't that what that scripture say? That's what they come to do because they don't come to help build. They see what you have, they want to take it. And in the midst of they have this. The sad thing about his wife is the only thing that keeps him quiet. All right, period. Now I want y'all to understand this. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna put the article up in here. All right. See if I can delete this. I figured it out. All right. So I want to show y'all this, so y'all can have an idea of what's going on. All right. The reason why you haven't heard anything from LeVar Ball is this. This article says right here. Let me copy this. This article says right here that The only thing that keeps LeVar Ball quiet is the condition of his wife. I was arguing with some clowns at the park today while I was going to take my walk slash run or run slash walk. And we have so been sold out by certain older men that you can tell who they are. You can tell who they are when they open their mouth. You can tell who the ones are that would have sold us out. All right. Um, and so I want you to see how this author here, Hannah with him, with him. Okay, they just got basically what she other articles that she wrote. I don't know if this is a black woman or a white woman. All right, but I want y'all to see the article at hand. All right. This woman, LeVar Ball's wife, all right, as you look at the story that she writes, she says LeVar Ball makes a living out of promoting his family, basketball playing sons, and retail brand alike. But one family member close to Ball's heart remains a mystery for a reason. Okay? And this is an older article, right? And they go into the illness of the wife. All right? And it's the only thing that keeps LeVar Ball quiet. All right? It's the only thing that keeps LeVar Ball quiet. And so the what we have to deal with as a people is this. This is what we have to deal with. We do not have any good tent nails that will hold up the community. Sorry, y'all, we just don't have them. All right. What we have is a BFM who will fight us tooth and nail if we are a good person. We have them that will destroy us if they come into our life in any capacity and they don't get their way. And by destroy us, I mean they will try to destroy the man, put you in jail, take your children, take your money, steal your stuff, utterly destroy you. All right? And this is what, hey, what's up, Daniels? This is what we are going through as a nation. We have a nation of witches, witchcraft, and treason. And we have a nation of simps that will sit there and say, brother, we don't need to go outside the community. Why? Because their job is to keep you destroyed. Because you can't build a community unless you have a good tent nail. And if you find that one is a bad tent nail, you can't build a community if you refuse to replace that tent nail with a better tent nail. And so we don't do this, right? Right now, somebody sent me Someone sent me another well, again, they sent me this video. Hold on, let me see if I have it. Well, I know I have it. I'm gonna show you what our tent nails are all about.
Man, y'all look at this shit. They over here dancing.
Hold on for a second. Okay, there we go. There's the mute. I'm gonna show you our tent nails. Let me see something. All right, I'm about to show you our tent nails. All right, I'm gonna show you what their tent nail is. All right, and I'm gonna show you what ours is. So this is the tent nail of LeVar Ball, a wife and good mother, right? And as such, this woman kept this family afloat. All right, she kept the family afloat. Hold on for a second. Let's see what this does. All right, yeah, let's do this window capture. Let's see. We want to do. No, we don't want to do that one. We want to do another one. Hold on for a second. Window capture. We want another window capture in. Oh, sources. Okay. Okay, so we're going to add this. All right, so what I'm trying to do, see if this works. There we go. And there it is, y'all. Okay, y'all, see, I am catching on to this. So as we go back and look, this is who our people are. Now pay attention to the children, right? Pay attention to where they're going, to the gas pump. But no, the bad tent nails cannot help themselves. They cannot stop. They won't stop. They don't stop. All right, throw your hands up in the air and wave them because they just don't care. Right? If you want to correct them about how they're raising their baby, somebody say, oh, yeah. All right. And so that's where we're at. That's them. And then you have this wonderful piece of work. All right. And what this woman was doing is calling out everyone that she had slept with after finding out she was HIV positive. All right. So she said, you know what? I'm going to call out all these dudes. Right? But I want to play for you what she says at the end. Hold on for a second. Let me pause it real quick. I said, let me pause it real quick. This is what she said at the end.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see if I can catch that.
There you have it. I get real nasty and evil.
Let me repeat that. She gets what? 116.
I get real nasty and evil. I get real nasty and evil.
Now, I put this up what she did.
I get real nasty and evil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So y'all understand that. Hey, what's up, Jamal? All right. Understand. She said she get real nasty and evil. Notice the difference between them. Right, and she don't understand that. She don't understand that. Okay, and Jamal points out what's that there was a 19-year-old stripper that slept with a 17-year-old boy and gave the boy HPV. This means that the average Afro man, hey, what's up, Terminator T 800? This means that the average Afro man cannot possibly get into it. We are at risk to have a relationship with any black woman. All right, we're at risk. The system made sure that it would be that way. And the BFM understood that and sold us out anyway. Why? Because they are bad tent nails. They do not hold anything up. All right? They're bad tent nails. They don't hold anything up. And so now the community has to suffer for it. Period. Um, in the thing, I want y'all to understand something. When we're talking about these tent nails, I want y'all to understand something. Hold on for a second. PowerPoint. See if I got anything here. Hold on, I did something wrong. Okay, I'm gonna cancel this. One moment. Remove this. Yes. All right. So I'm gonna go here, add source, window capture. Hmm. All right. Let me see something. Let me see what I can do. All right. And so I'm trying to see if I can do this PowerPoint here, and it don't seem to be working under window capture. So let's do this then. Let's get rid of that. All right, so stream 4, we're going to add source. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. So I'm trying to get to the PowerPoint, right? So window capture. Okay, there we go. So for some reason this okay, Malter. For some reason this isn't working out well for me. Okay, so let's go here. And I don't know why. Let me see if I could do it a different way. But anyway, so we'll get back to this. So part of the problem is this. All right, that What for a long time we've been settling for garbage as Afro men. We've been really settling for garbage as Afro men. All right. And that's been our problem. Hey, what's up, brothers and sisters? This goes out mainly to you, bruh. All right, hold on. Let me get to the volume. All right. To the brothers that's watching this. Okay, I'm going to have to do this a different way. All right, so basically, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to just pull up the book of Jasher. All right, so we're going to dip this. And we're going to remove this. All right, and we're going to go and pull up the book of Jasher. And part of the reason why we want to pull that up is I want y'all to see some stuff, right? Desktop. In the book of Jasher, the Most High is always serious about how you deal with wickedness, right? And the reason why most of the men are going to be punished. Hold up. I want to show y'all another interesting thing. This is the role of the man. Okay, and understand the role of the woman. Okay, so let me pull this up. Let me see if I can pull up PowerPoint in this. All right, y'all have to forgive me because I'm still losing this thing. I'm losing it. Using this thing, Stream 4. Media quarter media. Not PowerPoint, but window capture. Let's see if I can get Adobe. Okay, here we go. Book of Jasher. Bam! Got it, y'all. Oh Lord, yeah, and that looks nice up in there. All right, this is the role of the man. I want y'all to see it. It says and before I even get started with this, I want to know if y'all can see this well. Okay, I want to know if y'all can see this well. All right, so here we go. Here is the thing. Abraham never forgot his son. Abraham never forgot his son. He still had a relationship with his son, even though Sarah wanted them kicked out. But she couldn't stop the relationship between the father and his son. And Abraham was taking care of his other wife. Oh, yeah. He had more than just Sarah and Haggai. All right. And he says, my son Isaac is grown up, and he has not for some time studied the service of his God. Now tomorrow I will go bring him to Shem and Eber his sons, and there he will learn the ways of the Lord, for they will teach him to know the Lord as well as to know what he prayeth continuously before the Lord. He will answer him. All right. I want y'all to understand this. All right. Abraham was in charge of everything. All right. Let me see. Let me get to where. Let me get to the 20 something verse. Hold on. Y'all bear with me. I want to show y'all something. Okay. So if you read through Jasher, you'll understand how many wives Abraham had. All right. And so where am I getting to? Is it 21 or 20? Okay, yeah, here we go. So Abraham just tells Sarah, he didn't ask permission. He's telling her so she knows where he's going. Did not ask permission. He said, I'm going to see my son. Okay, so I want y'all to see 27. All right, this woman was beating her children in the tent. She was cursing them. She also cursed her husband Ishmael and reproached him. Abraham heard the words of Ishmael's wife to her children and was very angry and displeased. And this is the kind of women that we're growing up with in our community today. All right. Now, here's the difference between Abraham, what Abraham told her, and stuff like that. Abraham told her to tell his son this. This woman don't know who he is still because she didn't ask crap, right? A very old man, and there's these B films are ignorant, just as ignorant around here. A very old man from the land of Philistine came hither to seek thee, and thus was his appearance and figure. I did not ask him who he was, and seeing that thou was not here, he spoke to me and said, when Ishmael thy husband returneth, tell him thus did this man say. When thou comest home, put away this nail of the tent which thou hast placed here, and replace it with another nail in its stead. Let me paraphrase. Don't put up with any more BS from this woman. Here's the thing. The reason why the book of Enoch, book of Jasher, do not appear in the King James canon or any other canon. It does appear in other books, in other Bibles. It's a part of other people's canons, like in Africa, like Amharic, the Ethiopian Bible, right? And that's because we are The King James Bible is to teach us weakness. Understand this. It's to teach us weakness. This here shows us that we're supposed to have the strength of character, that if the woman is tearing the house apart, we're supposed to get rid of her. But the legal system in the United States rewards women for tearing apart the house because they do opposite of what the scripture says how we're supposed to live. Because they know that our strength as a community is in the Old Testament. That's where our strength and power is. The New Testament weakens us, and that's what it was designed to do. If we put away all these women and let them fend for themselves, who have this bad mouth, who curse us and everything, who teach our children bad stuff, like twerking while the children are around gasoline. I mean, it's like, how do you do that? How do you allow such thing? How do you run and put yourself out there thinking that you all big and bad, that you're better than everybody, that you're getting back at somebody because you just told people that you're trying to murder people? Because you was a stank 304 and you was sleeping with everybody you can, and then you came down with some stuff. Now you're mad because you was a stank 304. You chose to be a 304 instead of a wife. That's what most of these BFEMs do. They choose to be a BO4, a 304, rather than a wife. Where the people with the good temp pole, they have wives. And this man and this family love this woman because this woman loves her family. So he's sticking with her through thick and thin because he understands that when you have a good tent nail holding up the tent, that you could accomplish a lot within the tent. When you have a bad tent nail, that bad tent nail will cause that tent to fall down, especially when you're not there to react. And that's the problem. Our problem is this, that when evil comes into our community, one, we don't know what it is. Two, when we figure out what it is, some of us don't want to get rid of it. Not because we fear the evil, that's another problem. But people fear what others might say if you got rid of the evil. In other words, peer pressure is why we tolerate evil in our community. We are afraid what Caucasians who want us destroyed are going to say if we put our foot down and replace bad tent nails with good tent nails. We have other dudes running around tell us that we can only have one type of nail holding up the tent. But I'm saying you're supposed to get the best tent nail that can hold up your tent if you want to build something. What's up, Radiant God? Who else popped in here? What's up, Michael Duncan? Hey, what's up, Killer Taz? All right. And so that's basically it. Y'all, as brothers, we need to learn these lessons. All right. We need to learn these lessons. And this applies to all tent nails, no matter what color the nail is. All right. It's just that if the nail is the dark brown tint nail, it might be too rusty to hold anything up because it's been weathered by everything, the storm and all other things. And that nail has been in everybody else's tent. And even in everybody else's tent, that nail has been abused, hammered a lot, left out in the elements, passed around from tent to tent to tent. And now it comes with disease and a smell and weakness and rusted, right? And so, yeah, it's no good to hold up any tent. But you still got the people that's used those, that ran that put that nail in that condition, tell you, oh no, that's the only nail you get to use. And the main people telling you that that's the only nail you get to use are out looking for other types of nails. Because they're realizing that the dark brown nails are not good, generally speaking. The lot is messed up. Bad lot number. Most of the nails in the lot are bad. Okay, if you dig through the lot of nails, you might find a good one eventually, but most of them are bad. So why are you going to pay and put your money on buying a lot of nails to look through them, all these bad ones, just to get one? It's a waste. So how about you go and look for other types of nails to hold up your tent? Because basically that should be the objective of us as Afro people. Now hold on for a second. If y'all have something y'all want to add, y'all call in on this number and let's see how it works. All right, the other thing you can do, if you have Messenger, well, I don't know how well that will work. But it might. If you connect with me on Messenger, you can call in there too. All right. And so one of the things is, now we know how bad they are. Now they got to make a good man seem bad. Why? Because they want to vindicate their wicked behavior by one saying that good men don't exist until they see the Caucasians or the Hispanics with the good men. Then they're like, wow, why they take all the good men? Well, they take the good men because you didn't want them. All you wanted was the thugs. All you wanted was the dregs. You didn't want the good men, so they took them. All right, they can't take them if they're not free. So they didn't take nothing. Those men were just readily available. You know, the ones with good jobs and stuff. The ones that had good credit. The ones that knew how to hold some stuff down. These are the very ones that they didn't want. All right, not only did not want them, these were the first ones that these women argued with. Cussed out. Told that they weren't SH. That thugs are better. That thugs got that good love. They'll tell you that thugs know how to take care of a woman. Except they're always complaining to you how they're not being taken care of. In other words, the evil that they want don't take care of them, but they want your resources, right? And so that's why they complain to you about what you're not doing, But it's not your job to do anything for them because they're not with you. They're with the thug. And the only person that's supposed to take care of them is the one they chose to be with. If you can't be with the one with resources, then love the thug you're with. And so they do that. And half the time when they come after you, they don't want resources just for themselves. They're looking for your resources to take care of them and their thug. And this is basically it. They're looking for resources to take care of them and their thug. These women don't give a hill of beans about you. Right? And so it is what it is. They will have confrontations with you. They will bring you anything except for peace. All right? A lot of these things that I read, and a lot of these things that I expose to y'all, a lot of these scriptures I expose to y'all, right? Many that are not aware because these are things that nobody wanted us to read. Because we might get strong instead of stand up as men and not take no BS from no females. And we might leave the bad tent nails alone. Yes, we would leave the BTNs alone. Ooh, let's hashtag that. Oops, I didn't do that right, y'all. See if this works. Yeah, hashtag BTN, bad tent nails. Or the black tent nails. The man is the tent, right? And the woman is who he uses to help hold the tent up. And what happens is we don't got nothing but bad tent nails. All right. And we got to switch them out. All right. Because they're no good to us if we're Afro men. They will not change their behavior. The only people they change their behavior for is to become more wicked, to be with the thug one, or they will become more submissive to the Caucasian men that want to destroy us. Period. So basically, the question is, what do we do about it? All right. And the answer is, we don't have to do anything about it. And this is why. Part of the problem, or part of the thing, part of the punishment that these women get is the thug. The women will say the thug, oh, God made the thug to be a blessing. No, God made the thug to be their curse. Period. And once women are run through by the thug, they're not worth anything to the rest of us. So we leave them alone permanently. Right? And so as more men are starting to wake up and leave these bad tent nails alone, these bad tent nails are now realizing that they're out there and it is their own doing. They can't blame anybody. They'll try, and they don't understand how ridiculous they look. We're looking at them like, no, you caused that on yourself. You know that, right? You kicked all the good men to the curb. You said you didn't need no man. You're independent. You're as strong as a man. Oh, let this big strong man roll up on me. I'll take him out. Because even though my punches will tickle to him, I can still beat him up. You have women that say these, black women that say these. And I put them in their place all the time. I was like, no, because they're going to get themselves hurt. Well, they always get themselves hurt. And then they want to cry that battering syndrome when they're the ones that start. I'm going to put up the statistic. I might have it in here. You know that 70% of, oh, from Harvard. Let me see if I have it in my photos. Harvard. Yes, that's right. The Harvard study found that 70%. Okay, I'm going to have to find it real quick. Domestic violence, that's what we're looking at. Okay, I'm going to save this. All right, hold on. I have it for you. I want y'all to pay attention to this. Okay, pay attention to this, y'all. All right, are y'all paying attention? All right, so a sobering moment right here. And let's just get this moment down here real quick. Right? All right. Domestic violence is not always one-sided, right? All right, so they go mention domestic violence immediately brings to mind intimidated male batterer. But in 2007 article shows that the problem is also intimate partner violence and is also more complicated and may involve both women and men as perpetrators. All right. All right. This study was 11,000 men and women, representative sample. All right. So let's get these are the three questions. How often in the past year have you threatened your partner with violence, pushed him or her, or thrown something at him or her that could hurt? And how often has your partner done that to you? That's one question. How often in the past have you hit, slapped, or kicked your partner? And how often has your partner done that to you? All right. If there has been any violence in your relationship, How often has either partner suffered an injury such as sprain, bruise, or a cut? I want you to see what's circled, and I want you to see what's outlined in yellow. But read the whole thing so that we'll have it in context. Almost 25% of people surveyed, this is Harvard now, and this is a Harvard study. You know, the left leaning Harvard, right? Almost 25 people surveyed, 28% of women, 19% of men said there was some violence in their relationship. Women admitted perpetrating more violence, 25% versus 11%. 11%. So twice as many women perpetrate more violence than men. But you don't hear about that. Oh, because the media is run by, well, an agenda. As well as being victimized more by violence, 19 versus 16 than men did. According to both men and women, 50% of the violence was reciprocal. That is, involved both parties. And in those cases, the woman was more likely to have been the first to strike. I want to freeze it right there for a minute. Y'all understand what I'm saying? That when there has been violence, when there has been violence, the women have been the first to strike. I don't know if y'all are able to see this whole thing. Hold on for a second. Let me see something real quick. Let me see if I can do something else so that y'all can see the whole study. All right, let's delete. Let's see, browser source. Okay. Hold on for a second. Let's get this browser source. Okay, now let's do this again. Let's remove this. hold on, let me see. Uh, okay, I see what I did wrong. Hold on for a second, I'll get it for y'all. Bam, got it, y'all. Got it, got it, got it. Here it is. Here we are. Now let's see if we can scroll up and down. See if y'all can see what I'm seeing. And y'all still can't. For some reason, it won't let me scroll up and down. But I'll put the whole study. Hold on, let me do it like this. No, that ain't working. So I got to do this different. Oh, I know what I just did. Hold on. Let's do it like this. Hold on for a second. Image. All right, there we go. The image, the Harvard study. All right, so let's see. Let's see how this will work here. There we go. There we go. All right, y'all. We're cooking with something. All right, so here we are. All right, so this is what I was reading. Women admitted perpetrating more violence, right? So this is what I was reading. Thank y'all for bearing with me, but y'all should be able to see this now. Okay. Hey, what's up, Texas Marie Simplify? Hey, what's up, Charlie Brown? Uh, Zachariah Williams, 911 Nomad. All right. So this is the bad temp poll that we have, right? All right. And if they're doing this right in that community, in our community where these women are taught as a base that the man is worthless and so is your child, what in the world do you think you're going to see? Let me see something real quick. All right, so this is what we have. 25% of people surveyed, 28% women, 19% men, said that there was some violence in their relationship. Women admitted perpetrating more violence, 25% versus the men, 11%. So they twice as likely, all right, twice as likely to commit violence against the man. Twice as likely. All right, I want y'all to see that. See, when I'm talking to you people, I'm not BSing when I say it's this bad. We're not supposed to be with this. This is why they disrespect so many of these dudes running around that we call simps. Because the women know that no man should put up with this. Twice as likely as being victimized, more by violence. All right, the women will get it 19 to 16% than men did. According to both men and women, 50% of the violence was reciprocal, and that is that it involved both parties. And in those cases, the women were more likely to have been the first to strike. And in those cases, the woman was more likely to be the first to strike. And what are we looking at, people? We're looking at Harvard. All right? We're looking at Harvard. Harvard Health Watch. Pre-med education. Patient Education Center. The Health Watch. Physicians Practice administrators, right? Okay. Violence was more frequent when both partners were involved, so was injury to either partner. In the relationship, men were more likely than women to inflict injury because we're stronger, 29 to 19%. When the violence was one-sided, both men and women said that the women were the perpetrators about 70% of the time. Meaning that if the men decided to fight back, the women were going to be injured more than the men. But when the violence was one-sided, both the men and the women admitted or said that the women, I want y'all to understand this, said the women were the perpetrators about 70% of the time. Men were more likely to be injured in reciprocal violent relationships, 25%, than were the women when the violence was one-sided. That means both men and women agreed that the men were not more responsible than the women for intimate partner violence. The finding cannot be explained by men's being ashamed to admit hitting women because women agreed with the men on this point. In other words, let me break that down. To the people that's always looking for a way to not give any women any culpability in anything, they will say, well, the men, you know, didn't want to admit, right, that they hit a woman. But they said that the men and the women agreed that the women hit the men first. 70% of the time. The authors did not want to minimize the real problem. This was in the medical audit. American Journal of Public Health, May 2007, volume 97, number. And so all this Me Too stuff, I want y'all to understand something here. All this Me Too stuff that these women have consistently been blaming the men for is the most extreme vitriolic falsehood ever. Because when you actually do real research, you will find that the women instigated more violence against men than the other way around. What we didn't know is it was to the tune of 70% more. There's a reason why they are more likely to do it. These bad tent nails, these BTNs. That's why we need to replace these BTNs. There's a reason why these women in the United States will do this. Because the government and legal system gives them a way out when when they treat men in such a way. And the man has no recourse. So the women figure not only can they get away with it, but they can exact violence on the men, instigate it, start it, do most of the damage, and the men are the one that still is going to get in trouble for it, even though the fault of it is that of the woman. Okay, hold on. 1 minute. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Oh, hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. In trouble for it, even though the fault of it is that of the woman. All right, I don't know why you couldn't hear me, but hopefully you can hear me now. 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3. Can y'all hear me now? Is the sound good? Okay. All right. What's up, Zachariah Williams? All right. Here's the thing, and the reason why the women do it too, to Rhonda Lee's point, that's why women should go to jail when they commit aggravated assault against men. The reason why they commit aggravated assault because they rarely go to jail is the men. They will come and clock a man, video cameras running and everything. If the man protects himself, maybe block it, they'll send the man to jail. They kick him out of his own house, right? So if you get a house, cheap meat trying to act like prime. If you get a house, understand, and you put the woman on the lease or anything, and she starts a mess because she knows she'll get half, yeah, they'll come and put you out the house that you bought with your money and your hard work, give it to her, and when you split up, she'll get half of everything, and she'll get your children. I don't know. The last time I heard this, it was called extortion and kidnapping. But it's legalized extortion and kidnapping. And this is why they sing it. You can't win. You can't win. You can't stay out of the game. Hold on. All right. I just refreshed the browser. All right. So hopefully refreshing the browser worked, and hopefully y'all can hear me. It, for as for right now, it seems like I have sound. Okay, so I have the sound. So y'all let me know. Y'all let me know if there's still a problem. Hold on for a second. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let me see something. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. So I don't understand. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay, got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. All right. So, basically, whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Do you know? Even though they published this, that people tried to hide these findings, because in the United States, they're not about justice. When you go and see what's happening in all of these cities, and I want you to understand what's happening in all of these cities and how bad it is. It's going to get to the point where no one is going to care about anybody because of the left, strictly because of the left. Because regardless of what happens, a president's job is to go to, when something is really, really serious, he goes there and console the people. That's his job. He's the president. Never before had you have a group of people so upset that their lady who was a criminal didn't win an election that they decided that you had a group of people that decided that you're not going to let the president come because your agenda is really that deep. All right. Worse than that, the people that called the president a racist happen to be more racist than he ever will be. Oh, and they're working for the media. All right. Not only that, they were disingenuous in presenting things that the president say because they picked out a couple of words, put the words together in a way that makes sense to them to push a narrative, took his stuff out of context, and then said he said stuff. Had he not been the president, he would be able to sue them for libel. And these news organizations know what they're doing because they have lawyers to make sure that, they could just walk up to the line and not walk over. All right. But I want you to understand like this. The reason why I preach so much that we need to be aware of what's happening to Trump, because I unlike most people in the United States, when somebody say something, I go look at the tweet and read the whole thing for myself. And at no time did I ever see anything where he was racist. I might have disagreed with his assertions on a lot of things, and I might think that some of the stuff is just way off and crazy. All right. But when he goes after somebody and say that they didn't take care of their area, like Elijah Cummings, and then when people actually went and looked in his district, his district is exactly what the president said it was. And nobody paid attention to the end of the tweet. He said, "We sent so much money there. Why haven't the people got the money?" That's what he said at the end of the tweet. But CNN, MSNBC, and all the rest of the people were disingenuous and didn't put the whole thing in context. And his concern was in Elijah Cummings' district, Elijah Cummings got rich, the people got poorer, and money keeps going into there to the point of $16 billion. Why does the place look like that? Why is he rich? And where did the money go? Oh, those were the three questions he asked at the end of the tweet. So, to keep y'all from actually going and read the tweets, they put some stuff together and say, "Oh, he's a racist." And a bunch of black people start to believe. I was arguing with this old dude about this. "Oh, I don't like that Trump." And I was like, "Why? What did he say?" I was like, you don't know what he said because you didn't read a damn thing he said or was supposed to have said. And the message in what he said, and the most important thing that we should have got out of it, is that it's a rat infested area that nobody wants to live in because the people are now speaking out because he gave them a voice. He gave them a voice. People start, when he mentioned that, people start looking into that district, and people, reporters, for the first time started going there and asked the people. And the only reason they went there because they was looking for them to say, no, we don't want to move from here. And they said, no, first thing we would do is get the hell out of this hellhole. It's rat infested, drug and crime infested. That's what they said. All right. And here is the problem. My problem is this. Not only that, the news will handle that. But my problem was basically this. I'm sitting here at the park trying to get a workout, and I'm arguing with old fools who don't read nothing and still do what they're told. And I'm sitting there thinking, you would be that guy that would tell on everybody doing slavery and be all up in the masses' ear. Oh, LeVar Ball. And these are the kind of people that tell us that, oh, you need to keep that tent pole, that tent nail, because it's building up the community. When you can't build nothing because you're the seed carrier and you carry a bunch of seed, but you can't plant no seed because your behind is in jail. Why? Because the tent nail put you there. The BTN put you there. Right? And every evil, wicked thing that they do to men is hidden, is buried somewhere. I bet you many of y'all did not know that there was a study out. Huh? I bet you many of y'all didn't know. Many of y'all didn't know Harvard did this and came to this conclusion. Some of y'all like, what the what? And it's the men going to jail? If there was ever a Me Too movement that should have started, it should have started with men against the women. Because 70% of the time, they're the ones that instigate the violence against men. But you know why they do that? Because in the United States, and let's get into gun control here. Just briefly. I want you to use the domestic violence research that we're looking at right now to understand gun control. Bad people are always going to get guns, especially when they want to do some wickedness. There's nothing you can do to stop them. Period. If you take the guns away from law-abiding people that want to protect themselves, then you weaken the country. And the law-abiding people, they know this. And that's why they're against people taking their guns. I escaped from New York. I'm Baltimore. All right. Now, here's the other thing I want y'all to understand. Right? If you look at this thing, there's a main reason. There's a main reason why the study is hidden, because it says that when violence was one-sided, that means everybody involved understood that it was the women that were the perpetrators. 70% of the time. 70% of the time. The women were the perpetrators. What percent of the time? 70. Now, the reason why the violence has gone up and is 70% the women against the men, because the laws bound the men to the point where they can't defend themselves. So that means anybody that wants to act wicked against the defenseless, they will do so. Meaning that once people understand that nobody has guns but the criminals, oh, stuff is going to get real bad in a hurry. And basically, that's what the guns law means. We want to take all the guns away from the law abiding citizens so that the only people that can get the guns are the criminals because we want the criminals, along with the state, to enslave the rest of the population. That's what would happen. You see this now. Most men, because of the bad nails holding up the house, are slaves in their own house. Understanding that if they make any wrong move, they lose everything they built up. They lose their children, they lose everything. Oh, not only that, they lose a lot of their income for the next amount of years that it takes for all their children to turn 18. There is no reason for a man to marry a woman in the United States. Not with this legal paperwork. Period. None. All right? This is the problem. All right? We should be listening to Father Abraham when he says, replace that tent nail with another. Because the tent nails that we have, just in the United States, because of the laws, are the worst things that we have. And understand this. When you have other women of other cultures come here and treat you better than the women that's living here, that's because it's cultural. That's because they believe in being better. Like I said, I have yet to meet a tent nail, a BTN, a black tent nail that did not only did not hold up my house, but was just seeking to destroy it. I have not met one. And this is our issue. I know what to do about it. We leave them cold slap alone. That's the only thing we can do about it. All right. So, brothers, don't forget, if you want a copy, you know what? And because I just took a picture of this copy, I could send this as a photo. So if you want a copy of this study, if you want a copy of the book of Jasher in PDF form, if you want um but here's the problem with the non-American Bush women. When they get to the United States, just like Eddie Murphy was right about again, the black women will get with them African women, turn them into the black women, and next thing you know, Eddie, I want half. You see what I'm saying? Anybody that's going to associate with the BTNs in the United States are not worth being with. Period. All right. If you want a copy of this, the book of Jasher, the book of Enoch, and the Apocrypha in PDF form, hit me up on my email, which will be in the description box. All right. It's in the description box, right? If you care to donate, all right, if you care to donate to my channel, my PayPal me will be in the description box. And all you got to do is click on it and do what you need to do. Hey, what's up, Daniel? All right. My PayPal me link will be in the description box. We're going to talk more about this study and current events. We'll probably do this tomorrow. Now that I'm kind of firing on all cylinders. All right. So for now, donations are kind of needed. Get ready to make this trip. Help if you can. If you can't, remember you still take care of yourself and family first. All right. If you like what this channel does, please donate. Um, but more important than that, get those thumbs up and share the video. Share this video apart all platforms, because brothers need to wake up, and we need to stop following these old heads that want to keep us buried in the system that's been so bad to us. All right. So with that said, I'm out. Love, peace, and soul. All right.